Okay. It's time to talk about an African proverb making the rounds. I'm gonna say it. My French is not so good, so pardon me. But I'm gonna manage and say what this means, and of course, the guys will also try translating it in context and even in content. So, Andre Onana has been added to the Cameroonian team that will face at Burundi in a crunch clash that determines who qualifies in their group for the 2023 African Cup of Nations in January 2024.
Yep.
And in a very, very, very cryptic manner, Andre Onana has gone to his Instagram page, particularly his story, and he's put up an African proverb in French that says, "Les mensonges dont des fleurs mais pas de fruits." And translated to English, this means lies bears flowers but no fruits. I'm going to throw it to Tayo and Ranti here. What do you make of that, content-wise and contextually?
Well, as a literature student, you will want to see.
We have to go back to school.
You have to go back to school, definitely. You look at the words literally and look at lies. Lies is a deception. Flowers is flowers means something that is colorful, that can dazzle, that can show all kind of impression on you. And if you look at this other side of it now, it says it bears no fruit. That means that's on its plain. Wow. That is every flower. Lies do not bear fruit. That's what it means.
Yeah.
When you tell a lie, at the moment, it sounds. Some people can tell you a lie, and it looks like it's real. That's the truth. But in the long run, it's like the truth will always come up because the lie will always fade away. That's why lies cannot stand the time. The
lies
the
will
test
always
of time.
fade away.
Right?
That's something I want to hold on
That's
to.
another proverb.
and now bringing it to the context of what Andre Onana is saying.
Yeah.
Remember, when he was asked to leave, he was excused from the camp in Cameroon. That was during the AFCON.
Yeah.
And then there were issues around it. He took it on his chin and he left the camp. There were negative issues around it. He was playing for Ajax then. And since that time, he has moved now to a bigger club in Manchester United.
Yeah.
And is a regular fixture in that team. We've seen how he's performed, and now he's been invited back to the national team. So in essence, if I want to put everything together, it's like, hey, you lied against me to gain your point at the Nations Cup. Now the truth has come out to show that my performance on the field is telling the whole truth. That is not you can't blame my performance then at the Nations Cup. If you're looking at my performance at the Nations Cup and saying that, oh, maybe I didn't do well. But in Man U, one of the biggest clubs in Europe, I'm the number one now, right now. You can't do anything without me. So you bringing me back is to confirm all the things you have done. You have sold to the world that I did as negative, that I wasn't good, a bad spirit or something, or a bad influence on the team, has been wrong. Because if what they told him then, or they told the world that he did, was the truth, why would they want to bring him back to the national team?
And this says a lot about the player's character. And one thing that strikes me about all of this now is the ideal thing before a player is included in this kind of scenario where he's retired. The ideal thing should have been, okay, the player comes out himself and say, okay, I'm coming out of retirement, I'm going to play for the national team again if the coach considers me to return. But you flip the case to what is in reality, and that's not what has happened.
Yeah, for me, we all know Andre Onana. He's never far from controversy, but as you said, it just says about his character. He's a very strong character, and he stands up for himself whenever he has to. For the situation with the Cameroonian national team and the Football Association in entirety, it has been encompassed with controversy from left to right, to rumors of Eto being involved in match fixing, and as Mr. Tayo actually said, it may just be another form of controversy from the Cameroonian FA, in a sense, instead of consulting with the player, they are coming out to list his name as part of the squad list for the upcoming African Nations qualifiers. it just doesn't bode well for in terms of communication, because it just shows there's someone telling a lie somewhere. There's someone not openly or transparently communicating on what they intend to do. And flip coin, it may just be another tactic by the Cameroonian FA to further shame Onana.
Maybe guilt tripping.
Yeah, guilt trip him, or just put a bad light on his name, despite the fact that he's the highest he has the highest clean sheet in the Champions League last season. His stats are
maybe Onana
lined
will
up
start scoring goals.
Well, I don't think that is what the FA wants to do. For national team, there is nothing you can do if you don't have good players. And what makes a national team? Your best makes your national team. And if you have one of your best who is playing abroad, playing for one of the biggest club in Europe, and if you have an issue, there is definitely, you have to invite him, because if he is not invited and something goes wrong, what will the FA, what would they explain to the fans?
But the question now is, do they need this controversy?
I think
owing to the fact that they're going to play Burundi, who they are tied with in points and in goal difference, heading into that final qualifier match. That match determines pretty much who goes in between both teams. Namibia is through already. Kenya, Namibia is going to face, they are disqualified. So it's pretty much a walkover. 3 points added to their 5 makes it 8. They are gone on to the plane ahead for Ivory Coast. But then the key thing now is Burundi against Cameroon. Do they need all of this controversy dominating the headlines? The
controversy is actually being sparked by Onana himself, by the statement he issued on his Instagram story. If he has an issue, he shouldn't have come out to even state that. Let your performance speak for you, just as it has done for you in Europe. If you come to the national team, you do well, people will definitely back you up. Don't forget that he's only taken after the FA chairman, president himself, Samuel Eto'o, who is also very, very vocal when it comes to issues around his character, his personality. And so definitely, when you have such individuals, one in administration and the other one on the field, there is going to be a little bit of sparks here and there. So controversy, you can't really start from the national team. But you make use of such player because of the nuisance value. Once it's good enough to solve situations for you, you can use that negative energy and turn it into positive. Use the positive side of him to get it done, because he performs well for clubs in Europe, Man U. So why keep him away if you have issues around him? Bring him in. It's a national call. It's a national challenge. They have to be at the Nations Cup. Remember, they hosted the last one, and as the Lions of Africa, so they have to just be indomitable Lions of Africa. They just have to be at the Nations Cup, because not being at the Nations Cup, definitely there will be a whole lot of issues.
Maybe that would even wreak up more controversy, but wait and see. The qualifiers up for grabs, but that's the much we can take. Thank you very much for joining, and see you next time. Of course, you can catch all of the action when it comes to La Liga. We have a match. It is Real Betis up against Rayo Vallecano this Saturday, 8 p.m. kickoff, 7:30 studio session, a full studio session right here on Afro Sport. It'll be live here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.